And look, we're 2 minutes in.
Okay, cut that out.
I like this nerdy girl that does nerdy things. Live like Sean Green and goes to book signings.
Hey guys, it's Friday the 29th, which means it's the 29th day of VEDA. I'm here once again with Jasmine tonight. Hi. And today we are going to talk about our nerd history. Kayley, also known as Owlssayhoot on here, made a video the other day talking about hers. So this is our video response to that video.
So how I became a nerd, not really sure. But like since I was little, I've always loved going to the library. Like honestly, like my mom had to stop me from getting too many books. That's how much nerdiness I was. And like I wasn't really aware that not other kids would like this too until maybe I was like in elementary school. Yeah, I still was. It was 5th grade. I was reading a Harry Potter book. That's also like the next step into nerddom apparently. I was reading the second one, I think it was. And we had free time, so we're just like hanging out in class or whatever. And I was reading number 2, right? And my friend's like, Jasmine, stop reading. You're being a nerd. And I'm like, what? No, I'm not. She's like, yeah, you are. You're reading. And it's nerdiness. And it's like, whatever. So I just hanged out with her for the rest of the class and everything. But yeah, that was the first time someone ever called me a nerd. And then it just kind of stuck, I guess.
Yeah, for me, my origins were also started very young. I think I've always been a nerd at heart, whether or not I wanted to admit it. Like I said, it started when I was very young. My dad got me into like the comic book heroes and movies like Star Wars, Back to the Future, Mortal Kombat.
She still have not seen it.
Yeah, this girl has not seen a lot of stuff, and it's shameful. I had to show her Terminator. I had to show her Star Wars. It's so sad. Yeah, so I was into that stuff from very early on. And I've also always been the shy, quiet reader. And I was always into books. When I was younger, particularly, it was books about like unicorns and stuff. I had like a big obsession with that. And then from there, it got into books like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Narnia, and then mythology. And right now, that's where it's at, kind of the more mythology stuff. I'm really big into Rick Riordan right now with his Percy Jackson books and the King Chronicles.
Son of Neptune coming out October 11th.
And I'm also right now really into Arthurian legend. So like the Mist of Avalon, all that stuff. There's always books like that. I guess the more nerdy books, the fantasy stuff and the mythology and the legends.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm very much into the Greek thing now too with Rick Riordan and everything. He kind of brought it back to me, like how much I love that stuff. And he's also doing the Egyptian side now with what's it called, the King Chronicles?
King Chronicles.
Yeah, so he's bringing that back to me too. I love that stuff. And yeah, when it comes to books, basically, like Harry Potter really got me into reading the chapter books, you know. And so just starting out from there, I just went everywhere. Like after J.K. Rowling with Harry Potter and everything, I got into Philip Pullman, his Dark Materials. And then after that, I got into Christopher Paolini. He wrote The Inheritance Cycle, Aragon, Eldest, and Bazinga. And I just read so many things right now. It's crazy. Like Chronicles of Narnia, duh. And I'm currently reading right now The Mortal Instruments, the newest one that came out, City of Fallen Angels. Very excited into it right now. And just so many things. Oh, duh. Hunger Games right now. And I love manga. I'm very into manga right now. That's one of the more recent things for me. Manga.
Yeah. Manga and anime is actually kind of an older thing. I've kind of just come out of that phase. I still really like it, but not as much as I used to. That is another thing that started when I was young with like Sailor Moon. And the funny thing is, I was really into cosplaying before I even knew what cosplaying was. Me and my cousins, we used to like choose a Sailor Scout, and like we like, okay, I'm this one, okay, you're Mars, and then we used to like play it out. And I had like the whole little change thing she had, the brooch and the little
The wand
The
thing?
the wand thing that they got in in the first season, I think it was. So yeah, I was really big into cosplaying from very early on. I was definitely a fangirl. My first anime crush was Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. And then it was Koga and Shishomaru from Inuyasha and Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. I still really like it, but I don't go to conventions for it as much anymore, even though I've only been to a few. But I'm not as big into it anymore because I'm moving more towards actual novels rather than manga.